Okay, we've got a game about to start. Welcome, everybody. And, okay, we've got the House Atreides options here, Paul or Leto. Well, I played Leto in my last game, so let's do Paul. When my time comes around, I'm going to pick Paul. Wow, look at this Bene Gesserit team here. Gene manipulation, the voice, 2 Bene Gesserit sisters, and a Gunthopter. That's pretty interesting. Still waiting. Okay. A little friendly banter. I don't mind that. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting little row here. Now it looks like I'm going to be the second to play. So I should be able to get, you know, 1 or 2 of those cards, which will be nice. Let me confirm. Monsieur Paul Atreides. All right. And we've got a skirmish. I'm the 3rd player. Okay. So, I thought that hero select or leader select screen, I guess 3rd pick was 3rd to go, because I think Anton was the 1st pick. I mean, the 1st pick doesn't really matter too much, because it's just you pick between 1 or 2 heroes. It's not a draft. And the later you go, I guess you have the benefit of seeing what other people pick, if that makes any difference to you. Just trying to figure out the logic of it. It doesn't bother me. Top card on my deck is a dagger. I love that Prescience ability. All right, we have Diplomacy and Seek Allies in hand. I'm going to probably try to play both. I would like to be able to get to like 6 Persuasion somehow and pick up 2 of these Bene Gesserit cards, but that's not going to happen. If I really wanted to, you know, I could make it 5. But anyway, I guess we'll do just kind of a classic still suits here, and maybe I won't use the Diplomacy. Do I want to deploy troops? I could throw in 1, but I don't have any daggers to back it up. So you know what? I think I'm just going to pass for now. Because I think my plan is to send this Dune the Desert planet to the Great Flat. Although, oh, Eshucks has 2 water here. How did that happen? Did I miss something? Does she start with an extra water? Oh, the Signet Ring. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to go to the Great Flat, probably. Okay, well, if that happens, then it will be the Diplomacy. If that's the case, then I kind of wish I had thrown in 1 troop. But I didn't, and that's fine. It'll come in handy later. Oh boy. That makes me want to get a High Council seat as soon as I can. This Bene Gesserit team is pretty nuts. Okay, so Anton already selling Melange on turn 1. That's pretty interesting here. Guess he sent the Signet Ring to this space to get to 3. Pretty nice. Okay, so I can go here. So I think I will. And then I'll look to sell Melange and maybe High Council seat next turn. I don't think I'll be able to get the Swordmaster. All right, well, let me do this while I can. It's looking like a good idea. I didn't throw in 1 troop because I don't really want to throw in 2, I don't think. Just to likely get a water. So I'm just gonna hold off on that one. With 4 persuasion to spend, it's probably... I mean, we'll just have to see what's left. It's probably going to be a Bene Gesserit sister, but they both might be gone. So it might end up being a voice and an Arrakis liaison if that's the case, which is not bad at all. Oh man, and now a Kwisatz Haderach here as well. That is pretty crazy. You know what? It makes me just want to get 2 Arrakis liaisons, really. I mean, a Bene Gesserit sister, I would rather have that than an Arrakis liaison, but if it's 1 of those versus 2 of those, I think it's got to be 2 of those here. Because, like, I want to be able to get these cards. Yeah, I hate not picking this up, but I think that's just the play. Given what's going on in this Imperium row, that's what we're going to do. Everybody else had at least a dagger, so yeah, my 1 troop was definitely not going to do much. All right, round 1 is done. We have a crazy... Oh, they tied for 3rd. We've got a crazy Imperium row here. It started out full of Bene Gesserit cards, and now we've got 2 more crazy Bene Gesserit cards. All right, Battle for Imperial Basin. This is a nice one to win when it comes up early to kind of start collecting Solari. My goal for this turn is to sell Melange and... unlikely to be able to get the Swordmaster because I'm pretty sure Anton is going to try to grab that if he can. Unfortunately, I don't know what my top card is, but I might as well draw it. Is there a reason to hang on to that? I think maybe there is. Let me use the Dune here. Yeah. Sell it all. And I have a convincing argument, but unfortunately I've got these 2 daggers, so I'm not going to be able to get anything good this turn, even with the High Council seat. I mean, I potentially could draw... I could draw another 2, maybe. But that would get me up to 4... That would get me up to 6. So it's not going to do it. We'll see if Anton gets the Swordmaster. I'm guessing that's going to happen. If he doesn't, then I will, but the High Council seat is honestly seeming like more important for now. So he might decide to go there himself. We'll see. Oh, okay, maybe he doesn't have green access right now. That's odd. Feels like he should, but... Okay, so yeah, the High Council seat gets taken by E-Shucks here. So it's going to be the Swordmaster for me, and I'm going to have to build my Solari back up. It's going to be tough for me to compete for these. But that's just where we're at. Is there a reason for me to use a dagger instead to keep that for the next round? I guess there is. But I want to draw my next card as well. Yeah, it's a little tough. Okay, let's do it. What is it? A reconnaissance. Okay. Okay, the diplomacy is up next. So I don't really want to draw it, I don't think. Because I don't want to waste it. So I think this reconnaissance is going to end up going to Carthag. And then I'll be left with 2 persuasion. It's going to be another Arrakis liaison, I guess. I do have 2 daggers, so going to Carthag, it would be a decent time to throw in some troops. It'd be nice to win this. 7. Okay, well, there goes Jessica. Ooh. And an opulence now. The hits just keep on coming. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to go to Arakeen because drawing is not... It's not really a good time to draw. I mean, it would get me an extra persuasion, which would let me pick up, you know, the sister, which would be a lot better than the liaison, but I think I want to leave that diplomacy to actually use. So we're going to go to Carthag. Okay, that's actually nice. That's really nice. And I'm going to deploy... I think 2 troops should do it. 1 honestly might even do it, but he does have 1 turn left, but no reserves. You know what? I'm going to make it 3. I'm going to make it 3 just because, like, I'm pretty sure 2 would be good with the 2 daggers in hand. Oh, God. All right. Well, so much for those dreams. More Bene Gesserit cards. Holy crap. That's actually pretty good for me with the Freeman Bond, though. I do have a couple of Arrakis liaisons already. And I'm going to be getting another one this turn. So hopefully I can snag that. Maybe I can get it next turn. Okay, he goes to Hardy Warriors. Yeah, I didn't really consider that. How hard is he going for this? He's going for it. All right, well, we shall see. Hopefully my daggers can carry me there. And it's another Arrakis liaison. No need to trigger the know your ways just yet. Okay, he has no swords. All right. So, the two troops, it turns out, would have tied. Okay, there goes my dream of that card. Okay, well, there's more good cards keep showing up. Pass. Okay, I'm happy to win that. It's a nice early victory point, and getting control of Imperial Basin early is nice. That's it's not Solari building up. Siege of Carthage. Okay. Okay, now I've got the persuasion, so hopefully I can snag that opulence. That is a pretty tasty snack of 3 spice there. I don't think I can afford to just let that go. So I'm going to go ahead and just take it now. And do I want to deploy a troop here? I'm not going to be winning this fight. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get second or third. I think I'll just pass. I think probably it's going to be a diplomacy, hopefully to wealth, and then just a reveal for the opulence. Or is it Worm Riders? No, I think it's opulence. I mean, I can make that Worm Riders work. Whether I end up with the Alliance, I'm not too sure. But anyway, we'll see. We shall just have to see. Don't know what the top card of my deck is again. You know, I might actually even consider going to selective breeding. Just to get an early trash. And, you know, that will make that opulence come up more often if I do manage to get it. Something I'm considering. I mean, the Solari is better now because I still want to get the High Council seat. And that also puts me up the track here that I can maybe then actually get that alliance with the opulence. I remain undecided. I don't think it's the time, really. I don't need the extra cards at the moment. Although actually maybe I do, because I'm thinking of early revealing. But honestly, maybe I should do that anyway just to make sure I actually get that card. I don't trust these people. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. And yeah, I'm just going to skip my agent and just grab the opulence while I can. Because if I wait another round, I'm going to be the last one to buy, and there's a good chance it won't be there. I'm happy to see nobody has left this game. The last couple of games I've played, someone has quit early on. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of troops to throw in. I mean, it's a good thing to get, for sure. Control of Carthage on round 3 is nice. It's a lot of troops, but yeah, why not? Why not, I guess. Okay, so here's my reveal into opulence. Yes, I do have an unsent agent, and that is just fine. He can take a breather. We'll grab that. And Peter DeVries. Man, oh man. It's pretty wild. So, yeah, I mean, what I'm looking at here is I want to pick up that High Council seat next turn, if I can. That will involve going to secure contract and High Council seat, obviously, if I can do it. Alternatively, I guess I could also sell Melange, although at this point, I don't know that I need that much Solari. You know, it gives me some money for Mentat or rally troops, I guess. It's something to consider, actually. But I don't think I want to use my spice that way. I think if I can, I want to get the Solari from here and start using spice to do some selective breeding if I can. Okay, what just happened? Okay, Ariana got Worm Riders. What? Oh. Oh! That is a powerful play there. Really nice. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Okay, terrible purpose. Now, the nice thing about the way that my deck was set up, okay, it didn't happen, but I could have drawn the Opulence this turn. I still potentially could. If I get myself that Signet Ring and then use that. Okay, unfortunately, I did not get the desert access I was looking for. So, what I can do if I get the chance is... It's a little awkward, but I could go to diplomacy, or sorry, I could use the diplomacy, go to selective breeding, draw 2 cards, including the Signet Ring. The following turn, use the Signet Ring to secure a contract, if it's still there. The problem is, I don't have a great card to trash because I don't have a discard pile at the moment. I could trash this dagger, but the problem is then what do I send to get the High Council? I could send the Arrakis Liaison, but that cuts down on my persuasion. Maybe that's okay. In this scenario, I mean, maybe it's okay to trash the dagger. I'd be left with 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's a good chance I'll still have enough for Peter if he's even there. Swordmaster is blocked. That's funny. Normally, Helena can't be blocked at green spaces, but it's just enemy agents don't block them, but the voice still does. So that's got to be a little sad. Okay, let's do it here. All right, so yeah, unfortunately, the dagger is going to have to go. We got another dagger, so okay. But that's the end of that turn. My next card is an Arrakis Liaison. So that's pretty good. So if I can... No, Secure Contract is gone. Okay, crap. Okay, there goes my dreams of getting the High Council seat this turn. Yeah, that's too bad. Okay, well, let's look at this conflict. This would be a decent one to win if I can. I'd like to trash another card. It would probably be the other dagger. So... Okay, Arakeen is out. So I'm going to use this Know Their Ways to bump up that, to open up Siege Tabor. I'll go there with the Signet Ring. I'll put in a couple of troops. I'll draw the Arrakis Liaison. That will leave me with... Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Or do I use the reconnaissance to do it and save the Signet Ring for the next round, potentially? But that may not happen. I may get blocked there for some reason. So let me just play it safe. We'll do it that way. Draw the card. Deploy the troops. See if we can win this. I'd love to win this. Anton still has 2 agents available, but most of the combat spaces are gone. He does have water, so another Hardy Warriors play is possible. He has 1 intrigue card. Oh, there's the Kwisatz Haderach. Man, I forgot that got snagged. Boy, oh boy. Well, that's a pretty nice play there. Yeah, it seemed like Mephisto had been blocked from the Swordmaster this turn with the voice, which was a really nice play. But the Kwisatz Haderach gets right around that. So that's a surprise agent available from Mephisto as well. I may not be so ready to win this one. When my turn comes back around, my decision is going to have to be, Do I want to... Opulence is sitting on top of my deck right now. If I go to Mentat... I'll draw it. And then I could use it. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'll still have 5 available if Peter is there. He probably won't be. But I think I like that play. I don't like losing my Solari, but I'm going to get a bunch more. Yeah, okay. Peter DeVries has been snapped up. I guess I could just send the... No, the Mentat's been taken. Crap. Okay. That play was feeling so nice. So I don't have any good options then. I can send the dagger up to Hall of Oratory just to get another troop, another influence, persuasion, I mean. I could draw the opulence, but that doesn't do anything for me. I was really excited about that play. Okay, well, given that there's nothing I'm in such a hurry for here, I will just do this, I guess. And I guess I'll just hope that like a Chome Shares popped up. That would be in keeping with the game, the way this game has been going. All the power cards have been popping up. So maybe sitting on 8 persuasion, could end up being pretty sweet. So that was the risk that I took in using the Signet Ring to go here rather than the Reconnaissance, right? Because if I had used the Reconnaissance, it turns out that I could have used the Signet Ring to go to the Imperial Basin this turn. However, this whole option of potentially getting that opulence and playing it was only available because I had used the Signet Ring to draw a card. Okay, so people are fighting me here. I don't like that because I don't have any... Crap. I used the dagger up here, which is going to make it harder for me to win this. I did not remember that aspect. I mean, the 1 strength may not matter, but it also may matter. Okay, at least Eshugs has revealed, so the intrigue card could put her over the top, but hasn't happened yet. What is Anton going to do? 7 cards in hand, 2 agents left. How did he get that Mentat? Did he have an intrigue card to do it? Yeah, calculated higher. Ah, man. All right, so I was hoping some more exciting stuff would be revealed by the time my reveal came around. Freeman Camp is certainly not a bad card. Gunthopter is also not a bad card. Shifting Allegiances is also not a bad card. The Ambassador is honestly not a bad card either. Anyway, let's reveal. Do I pick up the Ambassador and then hope something nicer pops up? I think I am going to do it that way. Even the assassination mission wouldn't be the worst. I'm going to do that to start. Okay, I didn't get quite what I was hoping for. I was hoping for like a sweet 6-coster. I think I'll do Freeman Camp here. Yeah, that would have been nice a second ago. I'm not sure how many Arrakis liaisons I want at this point. So Okay, I'm going to stop there. I don't want my deck to get too big. I want to be drawing my, my diplomacy and my opulence as often as I can. I think I probably have enough Arrakis liaisons at this point. Crap, man. I really wanted that firm grip. Who picked it up? Was it yellow? Yeah. Another power play. Jeez Louise. All right, so looking at my hand next turn and planning it out, the opulence is going to be sent to wealth, obviously. Dune the Desert Planet is going to be sent to secure contract, and Arrakis Liaison is going to be sent probably to High Council seat. That's like, that's the idea. We'll just have to see how it all plays out. Trashing a convincing argument. That's interesting. Not quite there for the power play. Okay, assassination mission. Oh, Guild Ambassador. Okay, that's something I might try to pick up if I can. Stilgar, holy jeez, man. Yeah. Yeah, that one dagger. That one dagger that I played. Oh, dear. I mean, I wouldn't have won, but at least she wouldn't have won. So, all right. Tis what it is. And the extra persuasion I got there, I ended up not putting it to use, but I didn't know that at the time. The extra troop, I'll just have to hope that that extra troop there comes in handy in the future. I do get spice in a water, so I'm sitting on 222 for resources. Here comes some desert power. Okay, the spice has piled up again. I do have 2 water for this, but I don't think I care too much. This is looking a lot better, but again, my plan is securing a contract, opulence, and High Council seat. Mephisto is sitting on 5, so the High Council seat may not happen this turn for me anyway. So I guess I shouldn't prioritize that. I should probably do the opulence first. That's my highest priority play, is to make sure that that happens, because I can only send this to Emperor spaces, and the Conspire is kind of out of the question. I guess if I went to... If somebody goes to Wealth, then that will push me towards getting Spice here so that I can then go to Conspire instead. Which is an interesting idea. I don't want to do that if I don't have to, because I'm going to want to be at 6 spice when round 7 rolls around. I don't really want to spend my spice at this point. I mean, it does give me a whole bunch of Solari, the troops, the entry card. It's all good stuff. But if I can, I'm just going to hit wealth. Well, actually, what am I talking about? I don't need to secure a contract. If I go to wealth, then I've got enough Solari for the High Council seat anyway. Okay. I'm tempted to do this. Nobody went here yet. I guess they had other things they were trying to do. But now let me just make sure. Let me just do it. So if Mephisto does not go to High Council seat, then I will. If she does, then I'm going to hope to be able to get this Imperial Basin spice. I don't really want to do this one. It's a much worse deal for me. 3 spice for nothing or 4 spice for 2 water. Would much prefer to have that 2 water, you know, ready to rock. Hey! Lulius GG, thank you very much for the follow and perfect timing. Nailed that follower goal. We got all kinds of animations and sound effects. Very exciting. Look at that animated trophy. Wow. I think that's the first time I've seen that. Usually the goal gets hit like when I'm offline or something. Another power play reserved. Jeez, man. It's a good game to be Helena here. Right. So the High Council seat was not taken. It makes me wonder if she's going to do it at all. Like maybe I can wait. Maybe I can grab this spice first. Maybe nobody wants to go there. I think I'm just going to do it to make sure. And then we'll see what happens here. I mean, hopefully the spice is still there. If it's not, securing a contract isn't the worst either. I do want to build up Solari so that I can hopefully trigger where'd that opulence go. It's here. You know, I want to trigger that as many times as I can. So just having like... you know, as much Solari as I can get is basically how much Solari I want. The Stilgar would be nice, for sure, but I might even want the Ambassador more, although I don't really want to be going to green spaces too much anymore, so I don't know. All right, let's grab the spice. And I don't want to throw in that troop. This has been a nice little space for me this game. Okay, so she was planning on hitting the High Council. Hey, Lulius GG says, just saw the previous 2 wins. I'm a newbie at this. A friend just bought Uprising and I was looking at the differences, but 2 entertaining games up until the very end. Well played. Hey, thanks very much. I really appreciate that. Have you played Uprising yet? I have not. I'd be curious what you thought of it. Was it... I would guess it'd be a lot to take in at the beginning. I mean, even just basic Dune Imperium is... you know, it's a lot to take in to play your first game. Once you get playing and you've played a couple games, it's really not that bad, but I feel like Uprising might have a bit more overhead with like the spies and all that. Okay. Once again, the card I wanted was gone. I guess I'll take Cheney. Do I want Cheney, or do I want to get a Shifting Allegiances and try to mess around with that? Or maybe even an Imperial Spy? I am running up that Imperial track. It may not be necessary. The Cheney gets me a water. The Freeman stuff is like maybe not that useful for me. Being able to retreat troops is fine. I normally like this ambassador, but I guess I'll just do that. I mean, it gets me a water. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about that. Pretty hard to get the Swordmaster. Yeah, the Swordmaster can be tricky. At least with the base game, after playing a bunch online here, I've definitely, you start to get a feel for like kind of the standard ways to get your Swordmaster, but yeah, no Sel Melange and Uprising. So I have no idea how Uprising works in that sense. But it looks interesting. Like is it the contracts where you have those little tiles that are kind of different every game in terms of where you can get Solari or something? I think that is interesting because it is true that there's kind of an opening sequence here that's pretty common. So mixing it up does seem cool. Okay, I have the Opulence, so I'm going to want to play that again. And it's going to be to Wealth once again. I don't think I can actually... I mean, if I wanted to get crazy, I could sell Melange so that I could trigger the Opulence this turn, but... I can see that I'm perfectly set up to win the next round. So... yeah. I think it's got to be Opulence to Wealth again. I need to get one more spice, which I think I should be guaranteed one more spice if I want it. I want to be sitting on 6 spice so that I can go to Hayliner next turn. I have a Guild Administrator on top of my deck, so that means he's ready to rock. So I don't want to draw a card. I don't want to go to Arakeen. I don't want to go to Research Station. But I do want to get Spice, and the nice thing is I'm going to get it because I can go here. If somebody else goes there, I get the Spice anyway. Decent amount of persuasion, not a whole lot to use it on. A Conspire. Okay, so I guess he's looking to get the High Council seat himself. I might go to Carthag with my reconnaissance if I get the chance. Or maybe I use the Cheney. There's no way I can get to Spice Must Flow here. Maybe I go to Hardy Warriors. Maybe I can win this. Put that water. Cheney just got me to use. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst because honestly, if I win, great. If I come second, that 4 Solari also could be good. So I think that's gonna be my move. And who knows? Maybe I can even snag this Freeman Alliance somehow. Let me do this. We'll throw in 3. And I'm not leaving any left over for my Hayliner play next turn, but I think that's okay. This also blocks Anton just in case he was trying to get this alliance this turn. Depending on what happens with the spice for other people, if nobody else gets to 6, I will be tempted, actually, with my first move next turn, to not go to Hayliner, but instead, if I draw the diplomacy, to go to a Freeman space to get that alliance. We'll see. So I'm going to be left with 4 persuasion. I'm not sure what I might do with it. I'm still considering the guild ambassador. Basically, the only space he's likely to visit is Mentat. Because I don't want to spend a lot of Solari on things like rally troops. I want to be saving it up for my opulence. But it could mean a victory point. You know, I'm planning to send the guild ambassador, or the guild administrator, sorry, to Hayliner next turn. That gets me 1 influence with the guild. And, you know, maybe I can get another one with him later. But that's another option to get one while doing something else. Like a Mentat, which, you know, can be pretty key sometimes. Especially knowing what the top card of my deck is. So I'm still kind of considering it. All right. So let me grab the spice here. Eshucks is also on 7 spice. May also be setting up for Hayliner next turn. But I've got the first player token next turn, so I have first crack at it. We'll see what the conflict ends up being, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a 2-pointer, then, you know, definitely I want to win it. If it's a 2 influence, then I probably still want to win it. I think there's a couple of 7 or level 3 conflicts that are not as exciting. We'll have to see what it is. But yeah, in case you don't know, the last 3 conflicts, so turn 7, turn 8, round 7, 8, and wait, 7, 8, and 9. Is that right? Hold on. 7, 8, 9, 10, I guess. Right? There are 10 conflict cards. There's 1 level 1, 5 level 2s, and 4 level 3s. Is that how it works? I kind of forget now. For some reason, I thought it was 3 level 3s. Maybe it's 4. Okay, the Gunthopter got set aside. What was put in its place? The Spice Smugglers. That actually could be interesting for me, because that can also get me that guild point that I might need. And the Solari could come in handy as well. And going to a city is something I'm more likely to want to do than going to a green space here. So that's a potential pickup. Four level 3 conflicts in Uprising. Okay, then I'm pretty sure it's the same in the base game. Okay, there's a Spice Must Flow. First Spice Must Flow of the game. I have yet to be able to accomplish that myself. Okay, time to decide here. I don't want another guild administrator. The shifting allegiances could also be decisive. I may be able to like afford to lose an emperor point to get a couple of points somewhere else. Hey, Bert Pog, thank you for following. Honestly, I don't know if I want anything. I'm just going to pass. I don't want to clog my deck up too much. I want to, if I can, I'm going to try to get, 2 points out of the opulence. I don't know if it's really likely, but the more I clog up my deck, the less likely it feels. So I'm just going to let it go. It's looking, yeah, the shifting allegiances, probably a mistake to let that go, but it's what I've done. Hopefully I can win this. I mean, there's a bunch of intrigue cards here, so I wouldn't be surprised if I lose it. Research station play. 2 troops, hopefully just going for second. But a bunch of cards in hand. Ooh, okay, well, I'm not winning this. Hopefully I can get second. I would be sad to end up with just 2 Solari. Four would be a lot nicer. Okay, well, at least I got second. Definitely would have preferred first. But that's opulence money. Okay, so it's 2 influence with a single faction here. When did I get that Freeman Camp? This is the first time I've seen it. Okay. I think I have to try to win that. So let's just do it. We can lose a Dune at this point. Let's throw all of the troops in. I can even back it up with a Freeman camp going to Imperial Basin if that happens, or any of these spaces, I suppose. Okay, top of my deck is Diplomacy, so I would like to draw that and hopefully play it either to the Emperor space to grab that alliance, or more ideally this Freeman space. I don't know if that's going to stay there, but it'd be nice to grab that this turn. Okay. It might be a good time for me to hit Research Station as well if I can. Get me to a Spice Must Flow. Okay, so that alliance is snagged. Now, if I win this conflict, I might be able to steal it back. Or steal it away. I've never had it, but I might be able to steal it away. Signet Ring to Research Station draws me 4 cards. The Diplomacy and 6 more Persuasion. So that would get me a Spice Must Flow this turn, which would be nice. Unfortunately, the Research Station has been taken away from me, so that dream is gone. Okay. I haven't had much in the way of intrigue cards this game. Do I go to Carthag to get one? Do I get some more spice? Is there a way for me to get to Spice Must Flow? Not really. Well, maybe if I go to Arakeen there is. We'll hang on to that troop. Okay, now the tricky thing is, if I use the Diplomacy... I mean, I could have calculated this ahead of time, I suppose, but if I use the Diplomacy now, I drop below 9. So it's either buy a Spice Must Flow or use the Diplomacy. It's kind of a bummer. The Diplomacy is probably better. Because I could get a point like here or here. Or get that alliance there, which I should probably do. Yeah, had I calculated that ahead of time, I'm not sure that was the play. I might have been better off getting spice. And then I could have gone to selective reading to draw 2. I think I could have worked it out so that, yeah, if I'd done it that way, it's 2 cards instead. Well, anyway, the selective reading is gone. It's hard to make too many multi-step plans in this game sometimes. You got to think of them, but you certainly cannot count on them. Okay. It's looking pretty solid for this. Actually, if I go to secrets, I could then get that alliance with this win. But I'd probably want to take it away. Well, maybe not. Maybe red is more dangerous. Maybe I want to do that one. This is not currently really under threat. Maybe I don't need to grab that yet. I wouldn't mind having an intrigue card. I haven't had one all game. And, you know, I'm going to do it this way because there's a chance I get, like, draw a card or something. There you go. So that's going to let me get the Spice Must Flow this turn, after all. Okay. And yeah, as for where this is going to go if I win, I think it has to go here because Anton is in the lead. So I think I prefer to prevent Anton from getting that point rather than take the point away from Mephisto right now. The other option, which I'm not really considering, but the other option would be to do it with the guild. And then actually go to pick up this ambassador that I've still been, you know, all these times I passed on him because I thought there's no way I'm going to get that alliance. There's a chance that could work, but I think it's too convoluted. It's a little bit too late in the game to hope that can pay off. So I think the move is to take it here if I get the chance. And it would also get me another intrigue card, which could be decisive. Whereas this Solari, at this point, is not super necessary. Hopefully I win this. I mean, I may not. There's all these intrigue cards. So I have 1 dagger to back me up. Two swords to back me up. But I don't think I'm going to lose this. But we'll see. People have had a fair amount of swords in their hands at times. There's 9 cards in Ejux's hand right now. I think... I can't remember who it was who picked up the Worm Riders. Okay, how many are you throwing in here? Please don't throw it a whole bunch. 2. Okay, I'm going to take that as fighting over the second place prize, which is pretty nice. We'll draw the card. Reveal. And the spice must flow. Okay, so what happened there was a calculated decision that was playing the percentages. I mean, the odds of drawing an intrigue card that draw you a card are certainly not to be expected, right? It's not like it's half the cards that do that or anything even close, but there are a few. And it's what I like about games like this, is when you have to kind of think, okay, I'm going to do this because there's this potential upside that could happen. I think it was worth doing, even if I didn't get that intrigue card. Any intrigue card, I wanted to get something. It got me that point, right? And I thought that's better than just buying the Spice Must Flow. I'm going to get this point, which is the same point I would get from the Spice Must Flow, and I might not get that point the rest of the game. I'll get an intrigue card, which could help me in the future. And hey, maybe I get one that draws me a card, and I'm able to get the Spice Must Flow right now anyway. And it actually did work out. So that feels pretty good. And it's what I love about this kind of game. It's the same in games like Magic, where you're making decisions based on what might happen or what could happen. And I like that sort of like playing with probability, considering the possibilities, playing with them in mind. Okay, 4 swords there, not enough, but it's getting close with intrigue cards. I could end up losing this. That would be very sad. There's 2 swords. I don't like that. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Crap. Okay, where's she going to go? Probably the Freeman one. To steal that alliance away from Mephisto. So at least it doesn't cost me in my plans directly, but it definitely hurts. Oh! Okay. Okay. So, am I going to end up with 3rd here? It sort of feels that way. Now, maybe Eshucks decides it's not worth playing whatever intrigue card here just to get 2nd. So maybe I end up with 2nd. Feels bad, though, to go to A-liner and get blown out. And, that was a risk I took because I did have the opportunity of using Freeman Camp to put in 3 more troops. I could have done that. I did not. But, I did what I did, and I think what I did was pretty good. I think it was the right play. Right. So I think Eshucks does have a combat intrigue card, but it's not enough. It's not enough to take over first. So she doesn't have 7 or 8 points worth of combat, I think is what I can get from that. But she has at least 3. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. Oh my God. I'm not going to get a chance to use this. But it still might... Oh, crap. Okay, I need to draw the opulence. And what sucks is I'm going to have to actually play the opulence to conspire here. Oh, man. What card did Mephisto use to get that many troops in combat? It's an intrigue card. Where is it? Oh, jeez, what's happening here? What just happened? Hold on. Gained an influence of the Spacing Guild. Firm grip. Yeah. Okay. Jesus crap. Let me get to that intrigue card. Where is it? I may be missing it here, but basically it's a card you can play. Here it is, Rapid Mobilization. Unfortunately, it's not showing us the card. Basically, it's an intrigue card that just lets you throw as many troops as you have in your garrison. You can throw any of them into the conflict. So you can do it like on your reveal turn if you want. So you wait for everyone else to make all their plans, and then at the last second, you're just like, actually, you thought I had no troops? Boom, I've got 8. I think it was 7 that she threw in. It can be a very strong card, for sure. Okay, I've got to get that alliance away, which means I need to draw my opulence. So I'm going to have to go to maybe Mentat. Then I'm going to have to play the opulence and use the favored subject to get ahead there and take that alliance away, which means I can't use the opulence to reveal. That really sucks. Yeah, that's harsh. Maybe, actually, you know what? Maybe I go to Research Station instead of Mentat, because getting 3 cards might mean that I get the Diplomacy. And if I get the Diplomacy, I can use that and then still reveal the opulence. Because I want to get that point out of it. Like, this is kind of coming down to the wire here. Now, the other thing to consider is this conflict. How do I make that work? Oh, boy. Well, the first step, I think, has to be Research Station. Although it's all going to be pretty moot. I mean, I could drop Mephisto down to 8, but if she wins this conflict, then we're toast. I think I still have to do it. The other option, I can't even get Spice right now if I wanted to. All right, Research Station. Okay, I got the Diplomacy. I might as well deploy a troop, I think. Okay. Now, I have to hope that Eshucks doesn't decide to go to Conspire for some reason. I would imagine that wouldn't be the priority. With 7 Spice at this point, I would imagine the preference would be Hayliner if she can. Because what I need to do is send my... Yeah, Hardy Warriors, okay. Oh, man. I need to send my Diplomacy to Conspire. Then I need to play my favorite subject to take that point back, that alliance back. That'll put me to 7. If I can get a Spice Must Flow, that'll put me to 8. Triggering the Opulence will put me to 9. I don't think there's a way for me to get a 10th, unfortunately. So I pretty much just have to hope somebody else can fend off... Okay, there's a Hayliner. Okay, good. Good. I mean, Eshucks could easily win this turn as well. I mean, I have to just do what I said I was going to do. And hope that my intrigue card I get ends up being great also. It's a bit goofy because of all this Solari I have that I don't need, but we're going to do it. Oh, that could be my 10th point. Except I have no way to get another troop in there. Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Yeah, I can play the Arrakis Liaison to a city, assuming one is available. This game is tight. Look at the score here, 8-7-7-7. This is maybe one of the closest games I've played. Signet Ring is on top of my deck. What does that mean? It means that I think I want to play Arrakis Liaison to Carthag if I get the chance. No. There's that Shifting Allegiances I didn't buy. Oh, God. Crap. Okay, so wow. Well, I think the plan is still the same if I can, which is Arrakis Liaison to Carthag. Hope I get an intrigue card that somehow makes a big difference. I have to hope that Eshuks wins this conflict, but with only 2 cards in hand, Mephisto maybe cannot buy a Spice Must Flow. I need to get at least one more troop into the conflict. Probably just one. Infiltrate. Okay, where is this going to happen? Research station. Okay, so that I think means that Eshuks, if she wins, gets to 9 and probably buys a Spice Must Flow and gets to 10. So I think I'm unfortunately boned. Also, my Carthag is gone. So all I can do is go to Arrakeen, which is not what I wanted to do because the Signet Ring doesn't help me. Nevertheless, that's what I am going to do. Yeah. Well, maybe I go to Mentat. I guess I go to Mentat, and then I play the Signet Ring. And who knows, maybe something amazing happens. I guess that's what I do. 9. Okay, so it's going to be Signet Ring to... I mean, it doesn't matter. Really, I don't think. I'm pretty sure this game is done. Yeah, there's a Spice Must Flow. So it's either Eshuks or Mephisto that's going to win this turn. Barring some crazy, intrigue cards, I don't think Anton can catch up there. Is there a reason for me to get some spice? I mean, it's pretty whatever. Drawing a card, what is it? Freeman Camp. It's not going to make the difference. Whatever, I'll just go here. I'm throwing all these troops in just for the hell of it because, whatever. Okay, reveal. Make sure to get my opulence point. It's easy to miss right there. Get the spice must flow. That's fine. And it's end turn. I guess it's theoretically possible that Antony wins this conflict. I guess I maybe shouldn't have assumed. Yeah. Okay, well, not gonna happen. All right, Eshucks comes out with the victory there, and the question is going to be, are there any... Oh, there's a plans within plans. How many does he have? Corner the market. Wow. Wow, that was a really close game. Look at the score, 12-9-9-8. I guess I could have gotten second place there if I'd gone for the spice. I don't care about getting second or third or whatever. I just play to win. But if it were like a tournament setting where you're getting points for first, second, and third, then I would have paid more attention to that and I would have gotten spice on my last turn just to bump that up to beat the tiebreaker. But doesn't make any difference to me here. Really fun game. Let's go ahead and see if we can find another one here. That's an async game. Let's go here. Password, okay. I guess that means it's password. Okay. I guess we'll create a game then. Let's do a draft this time just to mix it up. It's weird to me that I don't get to choose the color here. When you join a game, you do get to choose. Maybe it was an option I missed when I was setting up the game. I'm going to open a window for a second. It's getting a little hot in here. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got somebody in. That was a really fun game. It was a crazy Imperium row. All right, we're almost ready here. Okay, none of the same players as last game. All new set of players. Game on. What do we got? Waiting for disorder to choose. Okay, I'm the last to pick. We'll see what I end up with. I think I'll be happy with whatever. It's been a long time since I've played Ilbon, but I'm guessing Ilbon will not be around when my pick comes around. Taking a look at the Imperium row here. Yeah, Ilbon gets first picked. Gunthopter, Bene Gesserit's sister, Imperial Spy, Freeman Camp, and The Voice. Okay. I guess I'm gonna pick Ariana because I played Leto and Baron recently. Waiting for Strail to choose here. Yeah, I don't. I'm not that great with Ariana, I would say. I think I've done okay with her. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna pick her just because I picked Duke and Baron recently, and it's been a little bit longer for Ariana, and I just like to mix it up. It's not about, you know, who is the strongest leader and trying to necessarily like totally maximize my chances to win every game. I play to win every game, but when it comes to the draft, you know, that's how I do it. Okay, seek allies, diplomacy, opening hand. I am the first player. I've got the setup to do, you know, to do the thing. Although I guess I don't, right? Because Ariana gets less spice. Gain one less and draw a card. So that kind of wrecks that opening. That kind of wrecks the Cell Melange opening. So I think in that case, I'm going to go a different way. We'll do wealth. Typically, what I want to do is go to still suits and then the Great Flat to get the 3 spice, and then go to Cell Melange to get the 8 Solari, but that doesn't work with her. So I don't know kind of what the best way to play her is. It's experimental for me here. Wow, okay. Going big on the conflict. I mean, that makes sense when you're the beast. All right. Secure contract is gone. I was kind of looking to do that. I'm going to want to use my diplomacy in this case. I'm tempted to just hit up a fold space just to kind of open up my options. Or maybe an early intrigue card wouldn't be the worst. Nah, let's do this. And my first buy, I'm going to look to get the Bene Gesserit sister here. Had I done things a little bit differently, I could have gotten a Freeman Camp, but or a voice and an Arrakis liaison would be pretty nice as well. Yeah, she's an interesting one. I really don't know, like, I'm sure people know, you know, the optimal way to to play Ariana to get yourself to your Swordmaster, because she's very different from what everyone else can do. Five persuasion. I mean, luckily for us, there's not really like a great 5 persuasion card. Oh, hello. Okay, another game with another big bomb in the Imperium row to start with. So if I can, I think what I'm going to want to do is secure contract and High Council seat this turn, like this next round, I mean. There's not exactly a great chance of my being able to do it, though. Probably someone else is going to want to hit secure contract before I get that opportunity. Maybe what I should have done is maybe I still should have hit up still suits and just kind of waited around. Right? Let that build up. Because if I go to still suits, then nobody else can do it. And probably no one else has the water to get it. So I just wait around. Then I get the 3 spice. That could have been a way to go. Definitely want to get my hands on that Chome shares. Maybe I should have been trying to get in on that conflict a little bit as well. I didn't have a great way to do it, I guess, but the Solari would have been helpful for me. Selling 2 melange. Okay, yeah. Good enough. Yeah. Okay, the secure contract is still there as of right now. Okay. So that option remains available to me. I'm going to take it. That gets me water. Which maybe sets me up for a load of spice later. I mean, I theoretically could do it this round, but I want to grab that High Council seat. We'll see if the Baron does it first. I'm guessing he's going to go Swordmaster. Yeah. But I want to try to get that Chome directorship. So grabbing the High Council seat maybe will give me a chance to do it. Not this turn, obviously. This turn I'll be sitting at 6. And with that 6, I'll be looking to pick up, Persuasion. So the Voice and a Freeman Camp, or even the Voice and 2 Arrakis Liaisons, or 3 Arrakis Liaisons, right? I just want to make sure I can snag that baby. Yeah. Why not? If you're beasting it, you might as well beast it. Okay, let's grab that. I'd love to get a taste of some of this, but it's just not, it's not what's happening. Ooh, a power play. Oh, man. Okay, that makes things a little difficult for me, because my plan was just to grab 3 Arrakis Liaisons. Or, or a Voice. Hall of Oratory. Is he grabbing that Chom Shares this turn? 5 cards in hand. I don't like the looks of that at all. That makes me pretty nervous. I think I have to just grab the power play, unfortunately. I mean, it's nice to get a power play, but I have a feeling that Chom directorship is gone already. Maybe he's trying to line up for the power play himself. No thanks. It makes me sad just because it's going to make it a lot harder for me to get to 8 if he doesn't, but he did do it. Yeah. So, ouch. Oh, man. Well, that happened. So much for my tasty early high council. Hopefully it can still pay off in other ways. I mean, I did get the power play. There's nothing else that great at the moment, but maybe it'll still come in handy. All right, so this upcoming turn, I'm probably going to visit the Great Flat. Oh man, look at these cards. I could theoretically rocket myself to an alliance with 2 cards here. But I really want to grab this spice. That's also going to draw me another card. So I'm going to get 4 spice and a card, and it's a dagger. Deploy some troops. Yeah, let's deploy some troops. Maybe we get the victory point. Maybe we get some resources. Hopefully it's more than 1 spice, but we'll see. Maybe I go to Conspire. And then pick up a firm grip. I kind of like that idea. I almost never visit Conspire. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, I think Conspire is probably my least visited space statistically across all my games. I would bet that it is. I almost never do it. And it's not because I have some idea that like it sucks. It just never kind of occurs to me or never feels like the right move to me, but I think it probably is sometimes. Man, I can't believe that guy. And it's Ilbon of all people getting the directorship. Like sometimes he grabs my firm grip. Come on, man. Oh, and I'm 1 off of a gurney now. That hurts. That hurts. All right. What do I want to do with 5 persuasion? I guess the assassination mission, maybe? With a Freeman camp? Yeah, I mean, I might be able to trash that immediately. Oh, why couldn't you have been there? So, yeah, if I'm able to win... Is he throwing them in? No. Okay, if I'm able to win this fight, then that assassin drone or whatever, assassination mission, will get immediately trashed. And that'll put me up to Swordmaster money right off the top, which could be pretty nice. Do I have any green cards coming up? Yes. All right, there's a power play on top of the Baron's deck. Okay, currently not necessary. All right, nice. Happy to get a victory point, and this trash is like beautifully timed here with that card. Cash me in, cash me up. Ooh, Thufir. I love Thufir. Thufir. Gurney is great. Thufir is also really great. Honestly, I'm not sure which one I like better. I mean, the troops and the card is pretty huge. And it can be a really powerful reveal effect there as well. But the flexibility of Thufir, go anywhere except the Landsrad spaces, but any faction space by itself is pretty mega. Also cities, also desert, and it draws you a card. And if for some reason you don't want to do any of those things, intrigue card on reveal. That's pretty nice. Okay, what do I want to do here? I want to get a Swordmaster. That's what I want to do. Is anybody else threatening it? Not really. So I theoretically don't have to do it immediately. Kind of would like to get that convincing argument. Who's getting that Solari? Yellow? That's fine. Deploy troops. Yeah. Let's deploy troops. Okay, I have to remember also, this Bene Gesserit sister, the 2 persuasion there is not being counted in this total. It's one thing that I really hope they figure out a way to address in the UI. It makes this thing, because almost all the time, this thing is reliable and it tells you how much persuasion you get. And so you come to trust it. Oh, man. That's a little sad. Where did he get his Emperor and Bene Gesserit? Okay. You come to trust it and you stop counting it up in your hand, right? Because why would you bother going through counting all the cards when you have this? But the problem is you have a card like Bene Gesserit's sister, and it's not being counted because it's optional, right? So I understand the thought process there, but it's not good. There needs to be some sort of thing. Like, if I hover over this reveal, which I never do, it shows me that optional +2, right? There needs to be something like that up here. Okay, now it has to be Swordmaster, so let's just do it. Yeah, I think I want to try to get the gurney if I can. So I think I want to use. Is that dagger? Maybe I can win this fight with that dagger. Maybe. That gets me a water. Okay, if I'm at 8. I'm going to do it this way. Because I'm going to... I still haven't really decided how I'm playing the rest of this. Hello there, iMuse. You can take the extra agent with your Knight Slayer. Yes, that was definitely my plan. I was just trying to figure out which card I wanted to use to do it. Whether I wanted to use the dagger or the signet ring. So the Baron has put more troops in there, so it's going to be pretty hard for me to overtake. I theoretically still could, if I take the 2 swords out of the Bene Gesserit sister, plus the 3 from here, that gets me to 11, but the Baron does have 3 intrigue cards. So it doesn't feel great there. Hayliner. Wow. This is an aggressive move. Holy moly. Okay, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It turns out I didn't need that dagger because I'm not in contention here. Okay, with that being said, I think I'm going to use the sister to visit secrets and work on my Bene Gesserit influence, because I don't need the persuasion or the swords here. So let's do that. Well, that's interesting. I don't need that right now, but that's good to have. Okay. Baron burning off that intrigue card here. I'm not sure why. I feel like it's better to hold them until you absolutely need to play them. Keep those kinds of things for a surprise. Unless you're worried about getting up to 4, which maybe he is, because he does have the signet ring to get him more, but I think it should be under his control. I don't think that was necessary. It's not a big deal. I just feel like it's better to hold things back when you can. All right. Well, it's going to be a Gurney Halleck for me. I don't think I want the Sardaukar Legion. I think I'd rather have the Gurney Halleck. So let's just reveal. We'll grab Gurney. And that is that. So that's what I'm doing, right? I have this Counselor's Dispensation. And you might think, why not just use it? Get your 2 spice. But I don't need the 2 spice right now. And, sometimes you count on... You look at other people's resources. You're like, okay, they can't do this because they don't have this much spice. So you can surprise people sometimes by holding these cards back. And also it represents, it makes people nervous. Maybe I have a whole bunch of combat intrigue cards. You never know. Well, these 3 troops, it looks like, are going to be a water. You know what? I should have used that to retreat my troops. I never think of that, but that would have actually been a great time to use it. Okay, that's too bad. But I'll try to remember that next time. It's just a card that I don't know if... I have used it for the retreat function, but so rarely that I just didn't even consider it. It would have been a great time to do it. Desert Power. Okay. Okay, what are we looking at here? Is that a card that I want? It's kind of whatever for me. Can I get to a Spice Must Flow? I can if I do that, maybe. Or if I hold on to that, actually. Now, let's do some selective breeding. I don't know. I don't feel good about this. I feel pretty off kilter this game. But I'm just going to do this for the heck of it. Let's lose the dagger. Hey, there's a gurney. Yeah, how far are you in the conflicts? Yes, we're at 5 out of 10, so there's one more conflict 2, then we'll be at conflict 3s. So normally I like to try to build up my spice so that I'm ready for a Hayliner when we get to round 7, but It's going to be a challenge for me to do that this game. I just blew my little spice that I had. Hopefully this intrigue card, you know, can manage to win me a conflict so that I feel better about not using it when it was a great time to use it. All right, Gurney's got to go somewhere. It's either Arakeen or Carthag. Yellow would get a Solari, not a big deal. Let's go to Arakeen. Let's draw a couple of cards here. All right. And I don't know how hard I want to go for this. You know what? Let's do it. It's a lot of troops for not a huge reward here, but you know, maybe I'll use my Master Tactician to pull them out. Gonna be looking to pick up a Spice Must Flow. Probably want to use the Signet Ring if I can. Although I don't have a lot of great places to go with it. Okay, the beast threw in a whole bunch of troops, so yeah, I'm probably just going to pull them out. Ilbano. Okay, so a little bit awkward because this is not actually a spice for me if I go there right now. It's just a card. And honestly, I don't really want to draw a card right now because I don't want to waste these by drawing them. But that's the only place I can send the Signet Ring if I want to get a water, which I do. So I have to take the 50-50 chance of wasting a card, unfortunately. It's pretty dumb. There's no reason to early reveal. I mean, I guess I could go up here instead. Just to get a troop. Is that better? I guess that's better. I mean, I may end up with a technically cheap water and spice here when I pull my 3 troops out. You can draw 3 cards if you have 2 water. Yeah, but I didn't have 2 water until I used my Signet Ring, and you can't use it. You can't get the water from the ring until you play it, and I can't play it without the water. So I couldn't do that this turn, but you're right, it does open me up for future turns there. Is Zilbon getting in on this conflict? I imagine not. Oh no! Well, that 1 troop may end up stealing 2nd place. But that's just how it's gonna be. I will get a bonus sword out of there. Okay, reveal. We'll get a Spice Must Flow. And I don't think the Spice Hunter... I don't think I have a lot of Freeman Bond here to make that work. But, I mean, I would like to get some Freeman action. I guess I'll take that. I don't know. Oh, boy. Okay, don't forget the Master Tactician this time. You know what's funny is before I bought the Spice Must Flow, I thought to myself, maybe I should buy a cheap card first. Maybe some huge card pops up that I'd rather have. But I'm not even sure it's better than a Spice Must Flow at this point. I could have left one extra troop in there to get the water, I guess, but... whatever, we both tied for the Spice. I'm fine with that. Alright, the Beast just keeps winning points, which is what the Beast is supposed to do. We're close as far as the points goes at the moment. Cloak and Dagger. Okay. Okay. So I've got to get that alliance this turn. So I'm really hoping that nobody goes to wealth. But somebody might. It's a point for both of these characters right now. Well, I don't have the Spice for a Hayliner next turn, and I'm not going to be able to get it, but also I'm not going to have access to a Hayliner next turn anyway, so... No! My wealth! Oh, boy. That means I'm not going to be able to get that alliance next turn. That sucks. Okay, maybe I go to Secrets and hope I get a card that lets me infiltrate. I mean, that's pretty unlikely. But... oh, that sucks. What else can I do here? Can I win this? I mean, if I win the conflict, that would let me get that alliance. Can I do that? I do have troops. Maybe I go to Hardy Warriors. Let's do that, I guess. Drawing cards doesn't really help me with my predicament. So, let's see if I can win this. Baron has no Spice, so there's not going to be a Hayliner. Has no water, and I've blocked Hardy Warriors, so there's no threat from that area. I don't have a great way of putting in more troops, other than... Haga Basin, I guess. Don't think a Spice is going to be flowing for me this turn. Going to Haga Basin will draw me a card. It's not something I'm really psyched about doing. It's just I want to win this conflict. So that would let me put in one more troop. I'm kind of worried about these characters and all their intrigue cards. Drawing one card could theoretically get me... There's a possibility I could get to a Spice Muzzleflow. I'm going to try for it. Is that the way? Yeah, that's the way. And then with my next move, I could go to selective breeding and draw 2 cards and oh no. Oh, rapid mobilization. Oh boy, that's 2 games in a row with that one. Ouch. Okay. It hurts, but that's how it goes. Yeah, it's a surprise, all right. It's a wonderful surprise. Okay, so that means this is probably toast for me. So I think... What's going to get voiced here? Carthag, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to send the diplomacy to selective breeding. And hope... Actually, can it even do it? I'd have to get pretty lucky, I guess. I'd need to draw 2 different cards with 2 influence or persuasion. I mean, there's a reasonable chance. It's not... 6. No, I guess I've got a pretty decent chance of hitting 9 here with this. So we're going to try. I just need to draw 1, 2, and 1, 1. That's all I need to do. Okay, I did it. These swords will not make up the gap here, unfortunately. 2, 3, not enough. Yeah, Kwisatz Haderach is not happening. It's going to be a Spice Muzzleflow. Again, this is showing 8. It's actually 10 if I want it. And I do. I'll get 1 spice and an intrigue card if all goes according to the way things look here. Okay, Ilban defending the alliance here, not going to let me get close to it. Trashes the Chom directorship. Not interested in those 3 Solari anymore. Okay, so we reveal... Yeah, it's not good enough. So we take the persuasion. We take a Spice Muzzleflow. And we stop there. 6, 6, 6, 6. But not for long. So the Baron definitely won't take the influence here. It's a 1-point bump, right? But there's no point here. This one seems fairly pointless. This seems fairly pointless. It's pretty obviously going to be taking that. Oh, you gonna retreat the troops? No, adding more. Why? Why on... Oh, because he's gonna get 2 intrigue cards for winning. Is he gonna play another one? So he's still gonna be sitting at 4. That's interesting. So I don't quite understand that play. Because he's still at 4, so he's still going to get stolen from if somebody goes to secrets. And you would think that card he played was like a weak intrigue card. You'd think that would be the one you'd want someone to steal if they do steal from you. So I'm a little bit confused by that play. I guess it's just to get rid of it while he can, so... You know, he hopes that nobody goes to secrets and he can just get rid of another one. I don't know. I hope you get the intrigue card who goes with it. What do you mean by that? Well, Sheppel here is the only one close to Hayliner money. Gurney could help me potentially win this. The Freeman camp, I have a chance of using that for troops as well. I might be able to win this. Do I want to draw a card? Yeah, I don't think I'm getting to Spice Must Flow this turn. Oh yeah, right. The endgame one. I think maybe I'm better off getting another combat intrigue card rather than... What could I draw here? Maybe I can get to Spice Must Flow money. Probably not. Okay, the windfall was a bad hit for me. Doesn't really do much for me. It might let me use a Mentat or something, I guess, but I'm going to be looking to... Okay, I do have the Freeman Bond, which is nice. Did he not take that point last turn? Where did he take it last turn? He took it with the Bene Gesserit. That's confident. That's confident because there was a chance I could have taken that from him. That's interesting. Maybe he knew that I didn't have a way to get there. I don't know. Anyway, he's sitting at 8 points, so it's worked out. Okay, so my play here is free... Oh no, that's not good enough. Crap. crap. I need. I'm short of spice to make that work. Oh no. I need water. I guess I have to play this. Okay. So the idea is I want to use Freeman Camp to throw in more troops, probably. I have 1 spice. I need 1 more. However, going here doesn't give me a spice. It just draws me a card. Because I get 1 fewer spice whenever I harvest spice with Ariana. So that means I needed the water so I can go here and hopefully get that spice. And then throw in more troops. So I really need to win this. The only threat would be Ilbon going to this space. I don't know if that's something he's really interested in. I don't think so. But there aren't a lot of spots left, so maybe he'll do it. But I don't think that's something he would definitely want to do right now. This windfall is a bit unfortunate. It's probably the least useful thing I could have gotten out of the intrigue deck. Yeah, I don't... It's putting in 1. Why is that? Why would you just put in 1 as the beast right now? That's suspicious to me. That's very suspicious to me. Okay, Ilbon hits up Hardy Warriors. Puts in some troops. But he doesn't know that Freeman Camp is coming and the double cross is also coming. If it's needed. We'll see. Okay. So I'm going to see Disorder reveal. We'll see how many swords he's got before I decide if I want to use the double cross. Sitting on 1 intrigue card at the moment. Oh, here comes a Hayliner. Okay, that's why he only threw in 1. Right. Okay, maybe I can still trick him. No. Okay, if I -1 and +1, we're tied. Maybe this dagger. I have to try it. He hasn't revealed yet, so I don't know if he has any swords in his hand. He doesn't have any intrigue cards because he just blew the Chom shares. Okay, well, I have to give this a shot. I have to try. So I'm going to try. There's no use there. Four to spend. I don't think there's anything I really want here. I'll take these just to try to get a spice must flow. I guess he doesn't have daggers in his hands because he's pretty upset about that. Good game? Why is it good game? Okay, so I steal that win. That gets me to 9. It's not over here. Grand Vision. Can I get a point out of this diplomacy? Yes. But that might not be good enough. Okay, if anybody is going to hit the Hayliner, I'm glad that it's Ilbon here. Okay, that's what I have to do. I have to get that point. Unfortunately, I can't get the spice must flow, but, you know, that's how it is. I'm not sure why people were saying good game. Maybe they thought I could buy a spice must flow. That must be it. What else can I do this turn? What's this card? Man, I can get to 8 persuasion. Oh, no, I can't. Discard a card. Well, I'm going to discard the Dune because this spice here might end up mattering in a tiebreaker situation. Because I can't get to this anyway. I could have drawn a card with the Dune, but it wouldn't have mattered. Wait. Oh, I blew it. I blew it, didn't I? Why did I miscalculate that? 2. What's going on here? Why do I have 7 persuasion? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, okay, that was a bug. Oh man, that was giving me a heart attack. I thought I blew it there. Um, the Solari also can be a tiebreaker, so I'm going to just cash that in now. And I think I just want more persuasion. Make sure I can... I mean, the game is over, right? So whatever. I don't think there was really much else that I could have done. I can't lose any of my points. You know what I mean? Because none of my points come from having an alliance. So the game is guaranteed to end this round. So all I could do, if I couldn't get a Spice Must Flow and I couldn't win this fight, there was really nothing for me to do other than just, get as many resources as I could in case of a tiebreaker situation, right? If I happen to tie with like Strail, then having more spice might make the difference. What is Disorder going to do with this? 2 there isn't anything. 2 here doesn't matter. 2 here doesn't matter. 2 here is just a point. Oh. Okay, well now it matters. How did he do that? Shifting allegiances. Okay. Okay, so if the Baron wins... Ooh, that's potential Spice Must Flow money there. If the Baron wins this, it's also potential swords to help win the conflict. He could take this alliance away and get a point. So if he gets a point here plus Spice Must Flow, that's 10, but I would win the tiebreaker. If he gets there, it doesn't matter. Here, doesn't matter. So I'm in pretty good shape unless somebody has endgame intrigue cards. Okay. Can he get another one? No, right? He can get another point here. Oh, not quite Spice Must Flow either. It's looking pretty good, but... Oh, what's this? Okay, if Sheeple wins... No. 1 point. He can get 1 point out of that. 1 point plus a spice must flow. He has more spice than me. So, the beast could still win here. Selective breeding. Okay, losing the spice in exchange for cards. So that increases the chances of buying a spice must flow. But I think that means I'm not in too much danger, depending on what the intrigue card is. It's not a 2 versus 1 game. Okay. All right, well, it looks like that victory is not happening for the beast. So, can the Baron win it? Maybe, but it's still probably not good enough. Okay, corner the market. How many points is it worth? And plans within plans. Beep, 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 beep. That's 2 points. Wow, that was tight. That was very tight. I think I still had more spice, though, so even if he'd gotten the extra point, I think I was still good. Whew. Wow. Okay, that was a pretty weird game. Very close. Both the games tonight have been super, super close. But yeah, happy to pull off the victory there. It was like, I don't know. I certainly did not feel in control, really. I mean, I was making decisions every turn that I thought kind of made sense. But like I said, with Ariana, it's a trickier start. And I don't know, like, the best practices necessarily. iMuse, thanks very much for the follow. Thanks for watching and chatting as well. Yeah, but, you know, I did what I did. It kind of worked out, but it's a learning experience for sure. Well, that is going to do it for the stream today. So thanks very much, everybody, for watching and for people commenting along in chat. Lulia says these influence cards are a bit random and the leader looks tricky to me. Yeah, the influence, I mean, the intrigue cards, they definitely are random, you know, and sometimes that can change the way the game goes, just depending on what intrigue cards people draw. But I love it. I mean, I love the unpredictability and the calculated risks you have to take. It's a bit of poker, right? I find this game, it's like a mix of, Agricola, if you've ever played that, a worker placement game. You've got a bit of Agricola, you've got a bit of Dominion, and you got a bit of poker. That's sort of how the game feels to me. The poker in the sense of the intrigue cards, you know, you're representing different things, you're kind of bluffing, you don't know what someone might have. There's a bit of a luck component, there's a calculated risk component. The other poker part is kind of like the chips, right? The troops you're putting into the conflict are like the chips you're betting every turn. So Anyway, fascinating game. I love it so much. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks very much for watching. You can subscribe with a little button up here. Tune into Twitch for live games, twitch.tv/bludgeon. And I'll see you all next time. Good night. See you next time. Bye-bye.